A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a surprising turn of events, President Trump has extended an invitation to Republican Senator Rand Paul and his family to attend the annual congressional picnic at the White House, reversing an earlier decision that had left Paul feeling slighted. The Kentucky senator had publicly expressed his discontent after learning he was disinvited due to his opposition to the GOP-backed budget bill, which Trump has been advocating for as part of his second-term agenda. The annual picnic, a tradition that sees members of Congress from both parties and their families gather on the South Lawn, is set to take place this Thursday. Paul, who had intended to bring his wife, son, daughter-in-law, and 6-month-old grandson to the event, revealed to reporters that he was informed his family was no longer welcome. "I think I'm the first senator in the history of the United States to be uninvited to the White House picnic," he remarked, highlighting the unprecedented nature of the situation. Paul described the move as incredibly petty and criticized the White House for what he perceived as immature behavior. "They've decided they want to declare war on my family and exclude us from the White House. We're just not welcome," Paul stated, emphasizing that he received no explanation for the disinvitation. In a tweet on Truth Social, President Trump clarified that Paul and his family were indeed invited. Of course, Senator Rand Paul and his beautiful wife and family are invited to the big White House party tonight. "He's the toughest vote in the history of the U.S. Senate, but why wouldn't he be?" Trump wrote, signaling that he was keen to see Paul at the event. The president also hinted that having Paul there would provide him with an opportunity to persuade the senator to support the controversial budget bill, which includes a significant increase in the debt ceiling. Following Trump's announcement, Paul took to social media to share a lighthearted moment, posting a photo of his grandson wearing a red "Make America Great Again" hat, indicating that his family was indeed ready to attend the picnic. "Turns out my grandson is actually invited to the congressional picnic. He is ready," Paul wrote, suggesting that despite the earlier conflict, the family would join the festivities. The underlying tension stems from Paul's vocal criticism of the budget bill, which he argues would exacerbate the nation's debt crisis. He has expressed a willingness to support the legislation if the debt ceiling provision is removed and considered separately. Paul's concerns reflect a broader apprehension among some Republican lawmakers regarding the implications of increasing the debt ceiling by trillions of dollars. In recent weeks, Paul accused the White House of conducting a paid influencer campaign against him on social media, further escalating the tension between him and the Trump administration. "I'm arguing from a true belief and worry that our country is mired in debt and getting worse, and they choose to react by uninviting my grandson to the picnic," he lamented, indicating that the situation has affected his perception of Trump. Paul's remarks have raised questions about the administration's approach to dissent within its ranks. He noted that the disinvitation demonstrates a lack of concern for his vote and an attempt to punish him for his criticisms. "Petty vindictiveness like this, it makes you wonder about the quality of people you're dealing with," he added, highlighting the challenges of navigating party loyalty amidst ideological differences. As the picnic approaches, it remains to be seen how this episode will influence Paul's stance on the legislation and whether other Republican lawmakers will face similar treatment for their dissenting views. With several members of Congress outlining their red lines regarding the budget bill, the atmosphere leading up to the picnic is charged with political tension and uncertainty. In the end, the White House picnic will serve as a backdrop for not only a gathering of lawmakers but also a potential turning point in the ongoing debate over fiscal policy and party unity within the Republican Party. As both sides prepare for the event, the question remains, will this invitation mark a thawing of relations between Trump and Paul? Or is it merely a temporary truce in a larger battle over the future direction of the party? That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.